Hello, everybody, and welcome to another session of Women Inspiration mini series with me. My name is Lakshmi Rajaram, and today I have a very dear friend joining me for this conversation. She refers to herself as a nerd. She works in the IT industry. She is a mobile application product development manager, but besides that, she is also the brainchild behind Dilli Heart. I have so many questions for her. She is a very, very active volunteer in the community. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Sonia Puri to this conversation. Hello, Sonia, can you hear me?
Hi, Lakshmi. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Welcome, welcome. So excited to have you join me today for this Women Inspiration series. And I have so much to talk to you. But before I get started, Sonia, please help us understand this dual name, because recently I had a class where your daughter was participating in my class and I was sending you emails and I wasn't sure if I was sending it to the right address because the name on the email said Aparajita, and I'm like, this is Sonia, like there was no connection between the two. So can you help us understand how that came to be?
Sure. Yeah. So my formal name is Aparajita,
Okay.
and Sonia is my nickname. So actually, in fact, name was given to me by my mom's gynecologist to me, and it stayed like that.
Oh, by your mom's gynecologist.
Yeah. When I was born, so she just called me Sonia, and then that's how it just carried forward. My mother always called me Sonia, and then after marriage, I was expecting that Sunil, my husband, would adopt Aparajita. He said no, Sonia is easier. So everywhere, like even if I introduce myself as Aparajita, he would call me Sonia in the community or any party or something. So my name as Sonia got more popular than Aparajita. So um, in the community, it's Sonia Puri,
Okay.
and formally, I'm Aparajita Puri.
Well, we've settled that then. That's great. So Sonia, I am so excited because I want to talk to you so much about Dilli Heart. That's how I came to know about you. Is I met you at a fashion show where you were presenting a line of your design clothing under the name and title of Dilli Heart. So tell us a little bit about this brainchild of yours. What was the intent and purpose behind Dilli Heart? How did it come to be?
Oh, thank you. So Dilli Heart is essentially my hobby business. It was started as an attempt to help out a couple of women in my life, very close to me, who were going through actually very tough time. Uh, not financially, it was more of mental health for them.
Yes,
So
emotionally they were
clothing,
going through some things.
yeah.
Mm.
So clothing and shopping connected us. I'm here in US and they were in India. So it just occurred to me that hey, our taste is same. We can maybe do some clothing stuff. And I just started. I asked them to start sending me some stuff, and that got them involved, and we were talking a lot more. And it just so happened that when I started showing some of that stuff to some friends here in some community here, people were really excited. 2012 or 2013, I think it was, there were not many outlets in
Mm.
cities. So this venture just began, and it really helped them get out of their mode, and it really motivated them to help out other women. So
Wow.
we,
This is so
yeah,
incredible, Sonia, because how many of us actually think about like maybe these were very thick friends of yours from school, college, or back home, and you decided to like engage them in a partnership to support them emotionally in their time of need, and come up with something creative, which is a common interest that all of you share. That's such a brilliant way of addressing the situation. You could have very easily said, you know what, you need to go out and get some help, speak to some doctors or what have you, but you came up with this beautiful solution. That's really incredible.
yeah, it just occurred. It just I was, I I wanted to help. We grew up together, and there was so much connection. And I was just feeling at that point of time that, hey, I need to do something. I can't be there because I have my family commitments here, and I need to be connecting with them. So it all started as basic connection with uh, them, and it just turned out to be that with a lot of community support here, we were able to establish what we know today as Lily Heart. So we are primarily an online business. I do take private appointments like for local residents. And our clothing line is for men, women, children who want to be, comfortable and who want to feel confident in their own style,
Yeah.
right? That's what we help them do. And it's affordable. It's good quality, it's affordable. So
Great.
doing that has been, it's it's my creative side. I love it. I always had interest in styling and colors and clothes. So
That's great. That's wonderful. And talking about Dilli Heart, there was another huge event that happened maybe 2 years ago called Invincible by Dilli Heart. I know a lot of people in the Twin Cities either attended it or participated in it, or at the very least were talking about it because it was such a sensational, one of a kind event that happened. So can you tell us a little bit about what was the thinking behind that event? What prompted you to do something like that? And how did it end up becoming such a big success?
yeah, so Invincible, Dilli Heart's Invincible is it started as a concept. So and that was in continuation of our efforts to support women.
Yeah.
What I was feeling is that there are many renowned women leaders here who do a lot of good work. And then there are some not many known leaders, like they do work in the background. They're social.
Hmm.
So they're just community leaders, right? So I just wanted to give them, kudos from Dilli Heart and say, guys, you do a lot of good stuff. So here I want you to introduce to my circle and people that I know and Dilli Heart community and other friends that I have, and tell them that how great you do that work. And along with that, the vision was to provide a platform to our local artists. So
Okay.
it so happened that I attended during that time a party, and I saw some women doing modeling and some cool stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, these girls need to be on the stage. They need a fashion show or something like that, so that people can really see their talent. And it so happened the time or whatever you can say, I got a chance to work with some exceptionally brilliant people that year, and that event really became a good success. It was phenomenal, and people worked very, very hard for it. The theme was that, okay, here are the women whom we empower, and then every woman, whether you have a fairy tale in your life or not,
Mm.
you can be invincible. You can
Yeah.
be you can be a Parajita, right? Like you just have to stand for yourself. You probably need to find some mentors, but then you can do it. And that concept caught on, and I really thank our community. People accepted it so well. It was I mean, you can see, the best compliment you get for anything you do is when you see people actually trying to repeat it. So
Right.
we saw a lot of fashion shows propping up. So community realized that need for that trend, right? And they just kind of carried it forward in the next 2 years.
That's
And
great, Sonia, because one theme that I'm trying to catch and I'm sensing a theme here is you're all about women. Whether it was helping out your women friends to start Dilli Heart, whether it is helping other women through Dilli Heart, or putting up a show like Invincible where you wanted to showcase women's talents, empowered women, tell their story in a way, in a very appealing, unique way. I think there is this theme here, and kind of continuing on with this theme, I know, and I'm sure many people who are watching this know that you are very involved in volunteering for Seva, right? And Seva, we all know, has been started by Raj Chaudhary ji, founded by her. So there's another strong woman as a mentor, as a guide, right, in our lives. So can you tell us briefly about your involvement with Seva? And I would love for you to share with our audiences how they can help out. Are there avenues or ways that you're looking for kind of support from the community? So tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So, Seva, working with Raj Auntie, I pretty much started that a couple of years ago. Just started small with attending few of their events. I wasn't very much involved, to be very honest here. Then I noticed and I realized like the kind of work this organization does. It's really not about something that Sonia Puri is trying to help or something that Dilli Heart is trying to support. It is really about, those women who are either domestically abused, right? And when I start talking about it, I choke every time. uh, just an example, a 35-year-old handicapped girl, her husband dies. Who's helping them, right? In a strange country. Or if somebody is needing a mental health, health because of the abuse, this is an organization that is right in our backyard in Twin Cities,
Mm.
trying to help out these domestic abuse women, the seniors they are trying to help. And and in this time of COVID, their generosity has no bounds.
Mm.
So when I talk about seniors right here, uh, one of the things that I felt attending a few of their parties and stuff, that those seniors, they cherished Indian food so much. That food was so precious to them, and I chatted with Auntie about that. And it's she said, well, you know what, Sonia, there's a gap. So some of these seniors, they are not able to really cook for themselves, or they don't have access to the groceries. That's when it just brought tears to my eyes, and I'm like, I didn't think twice. I was like, you know what? I'm going to cook. I'm going to give, every week, whatever you need. I'm going to partner with you. You need help. You need volunteers. I'll bring, and we'll do this. Our seniors out here in Twin Cities, they are vegetarians. They have specific needs. We can all help. We just, need to collectively do this as an organized effort.
So can you tell us how many seniors are being currently, like, you are providing meals or food for at this time during this
So
coronavirus time?
So actually, we are. It's a mix right now. I don't want, due to the privacy reasons, we don't really disclose like how many specific seniors, but it's a blend of people in the shelters right now, especially for
Okay.
COVID. And there are seniors who are homebound. There are disabled seniors. Some are able to cook, some are not able to cook.
Mm.
There are folks with domestic abuse situations. Their children are not being fed. Uh, there's uh, there's a whole. There are some college students who are short on cash. They are stranded here. They could not go back because of the COVID. So Seva is trying to help pretty much everybody who reaches out to them. So the great thing about this organization is it's not like about your religion, your sex, your ethnicity,
Absolutely.
your belief system or your country. It's whosoever is reaching out to them, they are trying to provide help to them. So
That's
it's really
wonderful. That's wonderful, Sonia. So right now, just kind of trying to wrap this up, how can the community help you in this drive? Is there a message that you'd like to share with the audience?
yes. So every contribution makes a difference. You can donate on Seva's website. You can volunteer with them. They have on their website, there's a COVID page, there's a volunteer page. You can just directly click on those links and then email them. They do require some consent forms from you, but
Mm-hmm.
then once you have that filled out, you are in. And then if not volunteering, if you just want to donate, they even have the lists, like the groceries that are being asked for, or the supplies that these people need. All of that list is on their website.
Wonderful.
And it's as I said, it's an organization right in our backyard, working at the grassroots level. And it was an eye opener for me when I started working for them, because I did not realize that these issues existed in Twin Cities community.
Right.
When I
We,
did,
we come from such privileged, fortunate homes and families that sometimes it's difficult for ourselves to come to terms with reality here. And it might be very different from what you and I are experiencing on a day-to-day basis. So I think this is a very, very important issue that we need to address, that we need to bring to the forefront. And thank you so much, Sonia, for not just letting our viewers know and make them aware about it, but you are actually contributing, you are doing it. I know for a fact that you are speaking from example. So those listeners listening to us today, please reach out to Sonia or go to the Seva website and check out all of the listings of groceries. Maybe you can just buy additional groceries when you're doing your own shopping, and you can, reach out to Auntie there, or through the Seva website, donate monetarily if that is an option for you, and certainly volunteer. So if you are interested in cooking or helping out in other ways, then please reach out to Sonia as well on that. So Sonia, thank you so much for spending this time with us today to talk to us about Dilli Heart, yourself, where your drive, motivation, and inspiration comes from. And thank you so much for all the work that you're doing for the community, Sonia. I hope to see you soon. Take care.
thank you so much. Everyone, stay well, stay healthy, and try to help out those around you as to the best of your ability. Namaste.
Thanks a lot. Bye. Namaste.